Hey Divine Ones, it's Jerome Braggs of JeromeBraggs.com, and in today's video I want to talk to you about disease being dis-ease. So you've heard me talk about how when we are experiencing a chronic illness or disease in the body, it is because of a lack of our soul's energy, right? We don't have enough of our soul's energy in our body to maintain or sustain or create good health and wellness. The reason for that is because our soul's energy is literally the source of wellness. More than the food that we eat, more than the water we drink and the sleep that we get, the energy of our soul flowing through our body is what keeps our body healthy. That is literally what the body was meant to run off. If it is the fuel that the body runs off of to be healthy. And one of the biggest ways that we begin to lack this energy is when we are not at ease. And if you've been following, the self-healing world at all, you've been listening to other healers, or you've been studying, self-healing and wellness, you may have heard what puts us not at ease is, stress. Stresses such as being in relationships that cause us to shrink ourselves instead of expand, to suppress or hide ourselves, being in work situations that cause us to be in overwhelm or exhaustion, or also suppress aspects of our authentic selves. We can't really be our true selves. That stresses us out. Having thoughts of shame and not enoughness, that stresses us out. Things like not doing work that you love, doing work that makes you feel like you're not really being yourself and you're betraying yourself some type of way. And those type of things are things that definitely, when we do these things for chronic periods of time, they cause a drain or a block of our soul's energy in our bodies. And that causes a lack of energy in our bodies. And if we do it for a while, it will cause us to manifest disease. But there is something I found in my work and in my own healing journey from disease and in my work with people around the world that often goes untalked about, that is actually even more so the root cause of not being at ease. And when I mean not being at ease, I mean your internal state of being, your internal emotional state, your internal vibrational state is not one of ease. It may be one of frustration, it may be one of shame, it may be one of overwhelm or exhaustion, but it's not at ease. You're not at peace internally, emotionally, energetically. And so that is what causes, when we are in chronic states of duress and unease in our internal state, that is what causes our body to manifest illness, because the body must be a reflection of our internal state. It must be a reflection of our vibration. So if our vibration is not at ease, we will manifest a health state in our body that is also not at ease, dis-ease, right? But I want to share with you the main root cause that I find. So these are bigger causes. You're holding a lot of resentment, you're suppressing aspects of yourself, you're not really living a life that makes you happy. But oftentimes we look for the big things and we miss the small things. And these small things are often what is at the core root of why your disease has manifested. And these small things are things that bother you that have gone unaddressed. So while those other things we talked about are also things that bother you, what I'm talking about is things like you have a broken washer in your house and you've been having to go to the laundromat to clean instead of being able to wash clothes in your house, and that bothers you. And instead of getting your washer fixed, you just keep going to the laundromat and not getting it fixed. I'm talking about things like, maybe the fence in your backyard is down and you've not been feeling really safe with it down, but you haven't gotten it fixed. And it's been bothering you. It's like these type of things, because what they're doing is causing you to it causes you to lower your vibration, because you're not in a fulfilled vibration. You're not in a vibration of joy. You're not in a vibration of excitement and joyful anticipation. you have these underlying things that are still in your vibration because they're going unaddressed that are just bothering you. And that will cause your energy to drain. It'll cause it to go down. Instead of going up and being uplifted, it brings it down. And the more, and these things it's these small things that build up and that just keep going unaddressed that cause it to just keep going down, 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 down. And eventually your body's going to respond and manifest an illness out of it. And I want to share a story with you to kind of give you an illustration of this personal story from my journey. This is when I was first diagnosed, when I had my first near-death experience in 2004, when I was diagnosed with AIDS and kidney failure and 6 life-threatening illnesses and told I had 7 days to live. At this time, like a few months before I got diagnosed, I had just moved to Washington, D.C. I was fresh out of college, had my first, professional job. And I had gotten this loft, and it was my dream loft. I had always dreamed about living in a loft. I had literally found one. And it was my dream loft. It looked it had all the things that I wanted. It had hardwood floors. It had a lot of windows and light. It was in a great part of the city. And I was so excited to live in this loft. And I even had this amazing landlord for this loft who was, the loft was, it was a house. And I had the whole second floor of a house. And when I was looking at the loft, there was this old antique furniture already in there. And the landlord was like, if you want to rent out this loft, I'll give you all this furniture. And I was really excited about it. Antique furniture, one, is not my style. I do not like, that's not my fashion style for my home, my interior design style. But my father is an upholsterer, and I thought, I knew the quality of antiques because he works a lot with antiques growing up, so I knew what they look like and what their quality was like. I can probably sell these, and I probably get some good money for this. So yeah, I'll take this furniture and I'll sell them. Well, months and months went by, and I had done nothing to sell this furniture, and it was starting to bother me, not just because it was taking up space in my home where I couldn't bring in furniture that I wanted, but also because the furniture was small, and so I couldn't really fit on it comfortably. And so I started to feel uncomfortable in my own home. I didn't feel like my home was a place where I could come and really rest because the couch I had was this antique couch and it was small. I couldn't sit on it and lay down. The chairs weren't very comfortable. And the only thing I had comfortable in the entire apartment was my bed. So I would literally just come home and go to my bedroom and sit on my bed until I went to bed. And I went months like this until I ended up getting sick. And when I got sick, one of the things that happened is my parents flew up and they saw the furniture and they began to help me sell it and also they bought me like a futon that I liked that was in the design that I liked, and they bought me some other furniture that I liked. And I remember the day after the furniture and everything was delivered, and at this time I was out of the hospital, but I was still on dialysis, and I was better than not dying, but I wasn't well. And the day after the furniture was delivered and the other furniture that was there, some of it was moved out of the house, my body began to feel really good. And I couldn't explain it, right? I wasn't doing anything new or anything different. I had already been taking herbs and medicine and doing all these other things, and there wasn't any really change. But the very next day the furniture was delivered and some of this furniture was moved, I felt healthier all of a sudden. And I went to the doctor that week and my numbers had dramatically jumped to where it was miraculous. The doctors were like, we don't even understand how your kidneys could be functioning better like this all of a sudden within a day's time. And what I now know is because what ended up happening is I became more at ease, right? And disease is when we are in the dis-ease part, where we're not at ease. As long as we're not at ease, we still have to experience a body that is not at ease. Our body is always going to be a reflection of our internal state. And what helped me heal miraculously during that time was I began to address all of the things in my life that were bothering me. Like the furniture in my home, my job, and all the other things one by one. I addressed all the things that weren't putting me at ease, and I became at ease. And within a month's time, I was fully healed, and miraculously so, right? There was no HIV or AIDS in my system. My kidneys were back fully functioning. I was taken off of dialysis. And so, this is a thing that I've seen repeatedly with my clients. So when you address the things, the smallest things that you don't think have anything to do with your health, but they bother you, they do not put you emotionally at ease. It could be something in your relationship, something in your home, something in your personal life, something in your work. But if there is something that has been chronically bothering you and you have not addressed it, it could even be a broken, again, washing machine and your washer that you have to go down to the laundromat instead of washing your clothes at home. It could be your backyard fence is down. It could be whatever it is that is bothering you, that has been chronically bothering you, that you have not addressed. A key to healing yourself is to address the things that have been bothering you that you have not been addressing, because that will put you more at ease. It will lift your vibration. It will cause your soul's energy to come back more into your body. And you'll often find times that your body will start to heal itself on its own without you having to do anything. So I wanted to share this little bit with you because this often goes untalked about, that a large amount of what is causing you to either manifest the disease or keep the disease in place after it has been manifested and not allow yourself to heal yourself, is because you have all these things in your life that have been bothering you that you've not been addressing. And you've not been bringing back, addressing them to the point where you feel back at ease with them. You feel back at peace with it. Peace is medicine. And so if you're struggling with some type of illness or disease, look at that. Like, really get out a piece of pen and paper and write down, what are the things that have been bothering me that I have been addressing? And then one by one, go start to address those things and watch and start to see how you feel. As always, I love you. Now go love yourself. Bye.